fellow language learning nerds, welcome to a new video finally in the little series that I do called my Japanese bookshelf. It's a little series where I introduce to you some of the books on my metaphorical bookshelf, either books that are written in Japanese or books to help you learn Japanese, which is what today's one is on. We're going to be doing this one. It's an N3 vocabulary book. I'm going to try and have the links to this book down below in the description, maybe to try and do it through a couple of places so that you can have a look for yourself if you want to. But yeah, we're going to be talking about this one today. Now, I feel like this one is a little bit overdue because if you had seen some of my older videos in this series, you might remember that I've done this one before, the N4, which is the level below this one. And so today's format of this book, I'm kind of going to first go through the books, the features of this book that are similar and that share features with this N4 one, because we've done this one before, so you might be familiar with it, and because it's in the same series, there's going to be a bunch of similarities. And then I might mention a couple of things that are different. If you're thinking like, why should I get the N3 one if I've done the N4? Is there much apart, should I continue with this series much? I don't know. Hopefully this information is going to be helpful. I don't know, I'm gonna try. I remember when I bought these books, I actually bought these together, and when I brought them home, my partner was like, well, is this information not in here? Like, is this only an extra 500 words or like, what is the, why would you get one, like, why do you really need this one if you've got this one, basically? To which, I wish there was only an extra 500 words to learn for N3 and not an extra 2,000. Anyway, let's dive into the book and let me show you some of the features of this N3 vocabulary book. Now, to start off with, just want to show you that the inside is going to be exactly the same sort of format. As you can see, they kind of look almost identical. It's not surprising, seeing as they're part of a series. But yeah, so if you have one of the previous books, you're not going to get any surprises with this N3 format, exactly the same. Taking a little bit of a closer look this is the N3 one now. You can see pretty much the same as the other one. You've got your vocabulary here, you've got your translations into both English and Vietnamese. You've got your example sentence with the red highlight being the new vocabulary that you want to learn, and a translation of that example sentences. Also, same sort of situation in that sometimes there will be extra little information about the words, whether it's, here's a word that is very similar, here is a word that means the complete opposite, or sometimes, be careful, this kanji looks exactly like this other kanji, be warned. Another nice little feature I almost forgot to mention is that beside the vocabulary, you've got two boxes. The top one you can use to tick off as you learn them, if you want to keep track of what you feel confident with and what you've still got to learn. But also underneath here, these indicate to you what type of vocabulary it is. So is it a noun? Is it a verb? Or is it, say, like a adjective? Which is really helpful, just because sometimes you just need to know that sort of stuff. Also similar to the N4 book is that quite often at the end of, not always, but often at the end of some chapters, if we can find an example, there will be a little page that is its own little topic. There are it'll usually be a page, maybe two, like this one, on a little topic. Like maybe it will give a list of country names or occupations, example sentences to use for greetings, things like that. Also, what may not surprise you, just like the N4, is that this one comes with the red sheet of paper. So if you notice, all the vocabulary is written in this kind of red pink typewriting, and if you put this sheet over them, they disappear, and that's so that you can practice using these example sentences. Let's get a closer look. So say we're trying to learn this word here, and we want to practice with this example sentence, but obviously the answer is written right here, so we can't really practice remembering it if we are staring straight at it. But if I put the little sheet over it, you will notice that we can no longer read it, and so that gives us a chance to look at that example sentence and kind of have a think to ourselves and give us time to think of the answer, and then we can check it whether we're right or not. If we have a little look here at the contents page to tell you what sort of subjects appear in the book, this is the most obvious difference between the two books, is that the N4 one on the left here has 7 chapters, whereas the N3 one has 12. So yeah, it has a lot more. So it has a lot more topics than the N4 one does. And there are some crossovers. There are some topics that are the same. However, the N3 uses more. So even if you're like, oh, well, I'm studying the same topic again, but don't worry, it's more vocabulary. There isn't a crossover in that way. The same goes for those little extra chapters that I mentioned. So at the end of the chapters where they have a little vocabulary section, they are different, but even when they are the same, for example, this one here and this one here, they both have the topic of greetings. And apart from 1, maybe 2 bits of vocabulary, they are different. So even though it looks like you're going to get the exact same topic, you will be getting more in the N3. It's not just a copy and paste that they've done. So yes, the format for this one is exactly the same as the N4, all the same sort of techniques, like with the red card, it's going to be the same. So if you've used, say, the N5 or the N4 one and you like this format, then you've got more to go with for this one. And the main difference for this one is that it has way more vocabulary and more topics for you to get through. So you're probably going to spend more time with the N3 than you are with the N4 one, just because it's a bit of a chunky boy. I think you can even see here with the just with the topics themselves, like the N4 just goes do 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 done, and N3 is like a do 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 do. And the size as well. Look at how chunky this N3 one is. It's almost looks like it's almost twice the size, even though there's meant to be only like an extra 500 in there. But yeah, we like a good chunky boy. So hopefully this information is useful for you. If you're thinking about buying a book in this series, you can actually see what's inside. Especially if you're buying online, you might not be able to look inside at the pages. So yeah, hopefully this helps. That's me done rambling about some books, so I will let you get on with the rest of your day. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video, and for now, may your grammar be structured and your vocabulary varied. Bye! The books have this really cute mascot, right? This little chipmunky guy, right? And they have like little animations of him throughout the book that are super cute, him doing different types of sports. And I noticed in this one, they've used the exact same little animations of him from the previous book. None of them are new. It's all just repeats of the poor little guy trying to do different sports. No, not a single one of them is brand new. And that's it. 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10 book.